All right, everybody. Hello, good night. It's the Young Nat, and I'm gonna start playing the Apollo Justice Trilogy tonight, and I'm really excited to start it. Um, I know I've been a little off on my streaming schedule lately, but I'm gonna try to keep coming back in with Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday is what I'm thinking. I'll try to be a little more consistent as we go. But it's time for us to play some Apollo Justice, and I'm super excited. So let's see how this goes. All right. So first things first. Let me finish posting everywhere my spots here and there. Let's see. Okay, all my Discord stuff's good to go. Yep. All right. But yeah, weird weekend, sad weekend. A few other things going on. But I think I'm feeling a lot better. Sorry. Had a weird email too, but whatever. Let's get started. Also, for those that are already on the East Coast, Happy New Year's to those who are Lunar New Year for those who celebrate. I know that I'm probably going to see a lot of students dressed up tomorrow, which will be really nice. So, that's neat. Let me double check that I have everything ready. And let's start playing some Apollo Justice. I'm so excited. I hear mixed reviews about it, and you know what? I don't care. I just love me some Ace Attorney. Love Ace Attorney. I really have a lot of thoughts and feelings. Not unnecessary feelings. Hi, Asterix. How are you doing? I have many feelings about the how good Ace Attorney Investigations 2 was. So I'm already feeling feelings for this. But yeah, how's your night going? Very tired. Oh, that's a mood. What's got you so tired? Read our privacy policy online. Yes, sure. Excited noises. Yes. How's the audio to the sound balance? I haven't messed with any of the game settings at all yet since I just started this. We thinking the audio is okay? Lion dancing practice today and performance. Ooh, fun! I was just saying, Happy Lunar New Year. Sorry, I was like about to burp in the middle of that sentence. Happy Lunar New Year. I can see how you'd be tired, but it seems like fun. I had a student today. It was so funny. Because, you know, students are encouraged to show up to school wearing their traditional clothing, their aodai and all that. And, I had a student after school. He was like, I don't really want to wear my aodai tomorrow. I'm like, why? He's like, it looks so flamboyant. And he's like, you know what that word means, right? And I was like, oh my god, kid. What? What's wrong with that? And even then, I'm like, but it's so pretty and colorful. And they're so nicely made. And he's like, yeah. I love seeing aodai. I think they're really pretty. Very classy looking, too. And then I know they're so pretty. It's so nice. I feel like every time I see someone wearing it, they just look good, you know? They just look good in it. It's awesome. And it just has such a nice, like, elegant feel to it. But also it's very lively and colorful, which I love. It's nice. It's awesome. I think the sound must be fine, right? Let's see. We're not gonna skip wait time. I'm an impatient bitch. Hi! Oh! You can see his hand! And we'll go low. Subtitles on, always. No, we want that on. Language, English. Sound is fine? Okay, good. Consultation. Oh. No, I'm not gonna consult. Why would I consult? I'm not a... Story mode off. What? No! I would not do story mode either. Game selection and museum. Oh! Why is it so... Why? Oh my god, why is the UI so cool? Wait, let's go back for a second. Sorry, I have to see that again. Me, I'm gonna play this game. Also me. Ooh, let me look at the screen. That's so cool. Ah, old Phoenix! Phoenix! I saw Phoenix. I've never played the Apollo Justice Trilogy, but I do know what happens. Oh, the gay man! Sorry. Sorry, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm okay. Phoenix! I'm okay. Papa! Truth! I've been waiting to see these characters in game for so long. I just know so much of the Phoenix lore, but I haven't, like, been able to see it or play it. I know all these characters, though, but I don't know them, so I just... Ugh. His little guitar riff bullshit, I love him. Oh my gosh, wait. Episodes. Gosh. Episode 2, 3, 4... Oh god. Then if we switch games... Let's see. Oh! She has a little robot? I love Athena's look. She's so cool. She's so cool. But yeah, Asterix, I hope you have a good lion dance performance tomorrow. How long have you been practicing for? 5? What's happening, Apollo? What the fuck, Apollo? What happened to your eye? Huh? What's going on, Mr. Justice? Oh, there's... Wait, I see Edgeworth. Edgeworth seen. Edgeworth spotted. My love. Phoenix's love. Special episode. Oh, fuck yeah, this music. What's happening here? This is some spirit medium shit. Special episode. It's at Apple? Ooh. You'll do great. I'm excited for you. Above all, just, you know, have fun, and if you've been practicing since summer, you've got this for sure. Oh, this is cute. Wait, I shouldn't look at this. I shouldn't look at the museum section. I'm gonna spoil this shit. Okay. Alright, let's get started. Let's get started. Oh, you can start. Oh my god. That's amazing. Okay. If only you could do that in the other games. Okay, we ready? I'm ready. I'm ready. Episode 1. I read that as the turnabout turnip. Not the turnabout Trump. Painter. Is it Larry Butts? Just kidding. Wow. It's a canvas, alright. Well, that's artsy, alright. Oh shit, what's happening here? Playing card? Playing cards. Oh, showdown time. Oh shit, that's the 3 of a kind and aces? You lose. Oh? Ah! Oh shit! Eek! That's me. What's happening here? Blood? Oh shit. This is very artsy. I've heard a lot of mixed opinions about the Apollo Justice Trilogy, and I'm going in with an optimistic slate, because honestly, it's fine. Something like that. Dead. Someone hit him. Hard. Me? Please. The cop should be here any minute. I'm in your hands, should it come to that. What does this mean? What does this mean? Oh, there it is. The classic district court. Defendant lobby number 3. Oh, you know what? It is nostalgic playing it like this again. I really liked playing Miles Edgeworth Investigations too. I really enjoyed that game. But I also do kind of miss the format of being Phoenix Wright, you know? Oh, or Apollo, sorry. Panicked. Palm sweaty. Mom spaghetti. Sorry. Knees weak. Palm sweaty. I can admit it. I'm nervous. Good morning. Good morning, sir. Christoph. You look tense, Justice. Wound up tight. Wound up, sir? No! I'm loose! Interesting wording, Apollo. Does Apollo always say stuff like this? I'm fine. That screeching noise, is that your voice? I suppose it's to be expected. Your first trial and it's a homicide. I guess justice doesn't start small, eh? I'm fine. I got up at 5 a.m. to do my Chords of Steel voice work. Oh my god, this nerd. He's the nerd, I love him. I'm fine. That explains it. I did detect a certain rasping quality to your screech. Okay, listen, I had the flu a week and a half ago, Christoph. I overdid it again. What made you want to start doing lion dancing, Asterix? Is it something you've always wanted to do, or just something you recently found yourself interested in? As you know, your client today is a good friend of mine. I wouldn't want to let him down, if you get my drift. Drift gotten, sir. I'm all over that drift. As it happens, I dined with him the night of the murder. We can't let this case fall through. Yes. I'm fine, sir. One more thing. Hell yeah, I wanted to get buff. Have you been seeing the buff results of the fruits of your labor? And connect with your culture. Yes. Connecting with your culture is a big one. But getting buff is also hell yeah. Do you find your arms have gotten buff? Leggies buff as well? No, lol. It must be a good workout though. The energy, you know, behind those lion dances. I'm sure it must be a good workout. How heavy is it to carry the body and the head? Don't say you're fine quite so much. People might take you the wrong way. I'll be preparing our case. You might want to introduce yourself to the client. Heavy. My name is Apollo Justice. And this is my attorney's badge that I will show to every single person I meet. A number inscribed on the back of the badge. Especially because I'm weak, lol. I was weak too once. I don't think I can call myself weak anymore. I used to say I had spaghetti or noodle arms. But now I can do a deadlift. And now I can do some shoulder presses. And I think once I passed the 50-pound mark on everything, I was like, well, I don't think I can say weak anymore. Maybe not like super strong yet, but I'm definitely not weak anymore. My PR for deadlift is 220, I think. 220. A rep of 4 at 220. I haven't done it in a while, though. It's been a few months. I also injured my knee recently, so I'm probably not going to be doing a deadlift for a while. Sadly. I also want to get a lifting belt before I do a deadlift again, just because if the numbers start going up, I gotta be careful. Many numbers like it, but this one is mine. Proof that I'm an attorney. To tell the truth, I get a happy feeling inside just looking at it. Yeah. His badge. Smith's autopsy report. Wowie. Yeah. No, but it's cool. I'm excited. I'm happy to be a gym bro now. I'm also like a pretty heavyweight, honestly. I need to lose some weight for sure. And I've always been pretty unathletic. So being able to PR my deadlift that high has been very nice. A nice goal. Time of death was around 2 a.m. April 17th. Death caused by single blow to forehead. Shadi Smith. 1:45 a.m. to 15 a.m. Now, the next step is trying to lose weight, but that's the hard part. I'm always stressed out, too, so it's like, ugh. And I'm a teacher, so, like, my meals are sometimes questionable, so, 1:45 a.m. and 2:50. That's a 30-minute window. Cause of death, cerebral hemorrhaging resulting from blunt trauma to forehead. Yikes. Oh, that guy's dead, I guess. Yep. Is that bottle? Bunch of cards. The sub-basement at the Borscht Bowl Club. My name is Apollo Justice. If it isn't clear already, I'm a new attorney. You might be wondering how I got here. And today is my first trial. Not that I'm worried or anything. The defendant has been accused of murder. My boss wants to help him out, of course. And so do I. I mean, there's no way he did it. Not him. No way. It's him! It's him! Good morning. Morning. It's all up to you today. First trial, nervous. Meeting him, cardiac arrest. Honestly, hell yeah. I didn't know this is how the case started. I think I'm supposed to say something. Is this really the first case? Is this actually the first case in the game? Am I crazy? There's no way. Is this really the first case in the game? This is really the first case in the game? I'm not missing anything? Oh god, they're doing the thing where they skip around timeline-wise, huh? I think I'm supposed to say something. Help? So, you're... Fine, I'm fine. Ah, Mr. Fine, is it? I did remember you having an odd name. Well, we're off to a great start. Are you sure you're okay? I mean, with me? Mr. Gavin is a top-notch defense attorney, and he's your friend. So why? You'll see. You can do it. Be confident. I'm really sorry this happened to you. I mean, It's time. Shall we? Yes, sir! Phoenix, what happened? Why are you being accused of murder, my man? Not even my man's Edward's man. God, I need to calm down. I'm very normal about all of this. I am so normal. I am so normal about everything here. Also, I just realized I need to download some videos before they disappear forever. All right. Okay, I need to focus. Focus, me. Focus. I know it's hard for me to focus, but I can do it. First trial. Here comes justice. That is catchphrase. He's so cute. Oh, you little green bean lawyer. Little green bean. New bean. Okay. April 20th. 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 2. Oh my god, not Mr. Payne. What a pain. The court is now in session. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is, fine. I mean ready, Your Honor. Mind going blank. Don't panic. Too late. Apollo's so relatable. Your name was Mr. Justice? This is your first trial? I can't do the judge voice forever. I'll do it for a little bit, though. Yes, Your Honor, but I'm fine, really. Are you quite sure? Your voice sounds a bit strained. That was a real cough, honestly. Mr. Gavin? Yes, Your Honor. I was under the impression that you would be heading up this case. That was my intention, yes. However, a defense attorney must always cede to his client's wishes. And my client specifically requested Mr. Justice. Well, of course he wants justice. but to entrust this case to this greenhorn. Why? I do not exaggerate when I say that you're the best defense attorney in this town, Mr. Gavin. Okay, so Gavin's got trial experience, fine. But does he have cords of steel? Cords of steel? Let's begin. The defendant may enter the courtroom. How could this happen to you? This is truly an unfortunate turn of events. I'm sorry we had to meet again under these circumstances. Long time no see, Mr. Wright. Phoenix, why? Let's put the past behind us, shall we? These days, I'm merely Phoenix Wright, piano player. He's musician. I love him. I love him so much. What an artsy man. The fact that this art major turned piano player became a lawyer, what a fucking mood, honestly. What a mood. So many in the arts. Wind up in funny places. Mr. Wright, how could this have happened? I won't speak of it further then. Here the prosecution would be so kind as to explain the charges, Mr. Payne. To think I saw you enter this room a fresh attorney, and now I'll see you leave in chains. Shut the fuck up, Payne. Ah, Winston Payne, subtle as ever, I see. Winston Payne in my ass. The crime occurred at the Borscht Bowl Club, a Russian restaurant. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, took the victim, a customer, and he hit him, wham, on the head. Smack! Killed him cold. A customer at the restaurant, you say? And the defendant, you say he was... The pianist for the club, it seems. Phoenix Wright. A pianist? This is the weapon that took the victim's life. A bottle of grape juice. Grape juice is apparently our defendant's drink of choice. The court accepts the deadly bottle as evidence. Deadly bottle. Ooh. The deadly grape juice. Something to note, Justice. All evidence is filled in the court record. Make a practice of checking it frequently. Don't have to tell me twice. Christoph Gavin. Oh, Phoenix is 33 here. Did I say it? Should I say it? I'm not gonna say it. 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 Oh man, I love you, Phoenix. 33, now he's older than me. God, I'm approaching that age quickly though. Shaddy Smith. Victim in this case, a traveler, only recently back in country. 61! Oh my god, this dude's old. This music is like saucy. The bottle is completely empty. No clues here. Juice. Grape juice. How long has it been since I drank grape juice? Apparently it's Mr. Wright's favorite drink. I wonder how well it goes with borscht. Well, I'm glad he's not drinking alcohol, at least. Good for him. Unless this is a translation thing they did, which would be kind of funny. This is good music. I like this. This would be good for a video background. The court record. Right. I've heard of that. Use R to look at the evidence so far. I'm confident in your ability to handle this. Right, just use R. Sounds like it's time for some hands-on action. So, the victim was a customer at this restaurant. But just who was this, Shaddy Smith fellow? How many slots do I get? 15? 16? 10? Only get 10? Damn. We believe he was a traveler, Your Honor. A traveler? According to his passport, he had been out of country for a number of years. He had only returned to this country recently, though his place of residence is unclear. And he had some sort of connection with the defendant? That, too, is unclear at the present, Your Honor. I believe they first met at the Borscht Bowl Club on the night of the crime. If they had only just met, then why murder? Perhaps the victim slighted the defendant's piano playing? That doesn't appear to have been the case. No, the motive had nothing to do with the defendant's lack of playing skill. At least not piano playing. I'll let this photo explain what I mean. As we can see, a game of poker was in progress at the scene of the crime. Wait a second. Isn't poker gambling? That's a crime in and of itself! Indeed, it appears our defendant. has fallen to become the basest sort of criminal. It is true that the defendant was engaged in a game of poker with the victim. Yet it was only that, a game, in the purest sense. A competition, Your Honor. Competition? Yes, a test of wits, a silent clash of passions. Only the cards, their backs wreathed in blue flame, know its final outcome. Come again? The cards on the table had blue backs, Your Honor. I believe the defense was waxing poetic in an attempt to mystify those present and impress women. That will be our first order of business here, then. To find out more about this fatal game of cards. Very well, defendant. You will testify to the court about the poker competition held the night of the crime. My pleasure. Isn't it my first trial? Here goes nothing. Witness testimony. The competition. I am a pianist by trade, yet I can hardly play at all. My real job is to take on interested customers over at the poker table. The room where we play and the competition in there are all the club's main attractions. The rules are simple. We play a game of poker using 2 decks of cards. That's all it is. A game. And our customers are happy. A pianist who can't play piano? Better than a defense attorney who can't defend. Damn. Very well, the defense may begin the cross-examination. Right, Your Honor. My first cross-examination. Don't blow it. Are you all right? You're sweating bullets. Bullets? Where? It's a figure of speech, Justice. Your voice sounds strained and raspy, too. My brain feels strained and raspy, sir. You've watched me perform cross-examinations many times. Though you've never done one yourself, have you? Care for a refresher? What to do? Should I ask Mr. Gavin for a refresher and cross-examination? No, thanks. I am a pro at cross-examinations. Hi, Viking! Actually, I don't have water. Let me grab some water. How are you doing tonight, though? Let me grab some water real quick. Oh, Croton! Hello, Croton. How are you too? Party! Hello. Welcome in. I hope you're having a good night so far. Ooh, that was a slick little line. My first time playing the Apollo Justice Trilogy. Just woke up from a nap from 6:30 p.m. to 2 a.m. A good nap, that's a whole sleep if you ask me. But a good nap, I agree. But hi. Late for me, just stepping in for a bit, but how are you? Good. I had a okay day. Email stressed me out, but we got resolved. If anything, I'm just more resolved to quit. Which is sad to say, but shenanigans. I'm just gonna leave it at that. School shenanigans. That being said, I hung out with some friends after work, and I'm starting the Ace Attorney, the Apollo Justice Trilogy, and I'm really excited. Oh, that makes it sound so bad, yikes. No, it's not a yikes, I swear. It's just that, like, work has been stressing me out a lot unnecessarily, so it's fine. I will survive. And I have broadened my horizons and prospects for what I should do. Which, I mean, is also kind of yikes, because honestly, that means I don't really know what I'm doing. But, like, hey, I'll figure it out. Everything will be okay in the end. I think you'd better do more than think. You know it, or you do not. I'm fine. The cords of steel are ready for battle. That's right, Apollo. My weapons, press and present. But I didn't need a refresher, because I know how to do some pressing and presenting. That is cross-examination. Learn it, know it, do it. Thanks, Kristoff. Inconsistencies? Lies? Phoenix Wright. As if Phoenix Wright would never lie, and it's up to me to prove it. No, Apollo, my boy. Phoenix is totally gonna lie because we're doing cross-examination. He's totally gonna lie right now. Phoenix, right, would never lie. This young little greenhorn. And I can hardly play at all. Hold it! You can hardly play? Oh, I play sometimes, when customers demand it. So I play them one song. That's usually all they want. Was that supposed to be a boast just now? The title of pianist is a mask, a respectable face I wear for the world at large. Then why are you really at the Borscht Bowl Club? My real job is to take on interested customers at the poker table. They pay you just to play poker? That would seem to be the case. I am professional after all. Bah! Do I take pride in that statement? It's just hard for an honest, hardworking member of society like me to imagine. Yes. Your imagination was always a bit limited, Winston. Ooh! Burn! What? I played poker for 7 years in that little room. And I've never lost once. Holy shit. 7 years, Phoenix? 26? Oh my god, he loses his license at 26? Holy shit. That's younger than me. Barely, but younger than me. What? You see why the customers come now? Wait, how old is this young greenhorn? How young is Apollo? Wait, let me see Apollo's age. Defeat the undefeated poker champion. It's quite a draw. That is, I'm quite a draw. Damn, Phoenix. With that confidence, though? Crazy. Must drive Edgeworth crazy. Now that Phoenix and Edgeworth are gonna be in their adult era, I am probably gonna make more jokes about them. And by jokes, I mean be an unapologetic shipper. But like, they make it so easy, you know? Wait, you've never lost once? Not even one time? As I said, I'm professional. He's played poker for 7 years and not lost once. Is that even possible? I don't think it's possible, but... The room where we play and the competition in there are the club's main attractions. The room where it happened. Gotta put an Alexander Hamilton in there. But yeah, how are other people doing? I know it's late for many of you. But anything fun or exciting happened today? It's already Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday, thank goodness. The room in the crime scene photo is an attraction? Has quite a history, actually. The Borscht Bowl Club, the BBC. Used to be a gathering spot for black market to- Oh, the black market? Phoenix, what are you doing there? A lot of schoolwork. But black market? All in the past. Things like the black market are only on the silver screen nowadays. I don't know about that, Phoenix. I feel like the black market still exists. Suffice it to say that there were a lot of deals being made under the table. Right there in that room. A lot of schoolwork. Oh, did you survive it all, Asterix? How much schooling do you have left? One of my friends was telling me today about his student loan debt, and I was like, ooh. A smoky room, gambling hoods, you know? Just looking at this picture makes me feel bad. The bosses gather around the table, cutting deals, safe from the eyes of the law. Meanwhile, Lagoon... You know, it says a lot that in 2025, the word goon has really taken on a different meaning in the past, like, year or two. I know what a goon is. Like, a goon is just like a little henchman guy, you know? Like a little guy. Not a little guy, but like a, you know, a buffoon. A goon. Not a buffoon, but like a goon. They're like, you know, a goon. A henchman. But like, a member. But man, has the word goon taken on a different meaning these days. Truly unfortunate. Anyway. Watch through the small window. I can practically picture it now. That window does look like it would be good for keeping a lookout, but little else. Is it gooning? No! It is not gooning time. There is no. The only goons allowed are of the criminal variety in chat. Only criminal goons are allowed. God damn it. Only the goons being referenced by Phoenix are allowed. No other types of goons. Dang. The room had a few other tricks to it, but it was common knowledge to our regulars. At any rate, they come to play poker in a room steeped in history. Despite the dark past, it was all just good, clean fun. Okay, well, bye then, LeMayo. LOL. Good, clean fun? What? Nothing about a goon and then murder and shady rooms and black market is good, clean fun. What is your definition? The rules are simple. We play a game of poker using 2 decks of cards. 2 decks of cards? A simple measure to prevent cheating. If you alternate 2 decks, no one can slip in cards. There's something else I noticed. In addition to cards on the table, there are some lying scattered on the floor. Hold it! Precisely. Cards on the table, cards upon the floor. Each one forming a complete deck. A crime scene painted blue by a sad sweep of cards. It's poetic, really. Incidentally, hold it! Bop it! Twist it! Bop it! Incidentally, we use 2 types of cards at the club. One deck of cards was red, the other blue. As I recall, in poker you make 5 card hands. I can see how it would be easy to cheat. Heh. No! No gooning it! No. Bad. Bad. Yes, a game of hands. Hands? Gavel. This competition you're talking about. I believe the court understands the nature of the game sufficiently. That's right. It was a simple game after all. Are you sure? Huh? People are not murdered over simple games, Mr. Justice. Do you mean it was murder over money? Defendant, you were in the room the very moment the crime occurred, in the room where it happened. Yet you claim no connection to the crime? Now that's strange. What's strange? I was testifying about the competition that night. Asking me about the crime at this point is against the rules, Your Honor. Of course, I expected to hear a cry of objection from the defense. Ah! We let the one slip by. Don't despair yet, Justice. So, sir? Right, there's something I'd like made clear. Namely, your connection to the case at hand. I'd like to hear it from you. Sure, why not? The defendant will amend his testimony. Just one little press. And I've got myself a whole new testimony. Yep. I played silence regarding the murder, but I will never say it. But I will say I never touched the murder weapon. So you claim you weren't gambling? That's right, it was simply a game. You didn't bet any money? Not even a little? The only thing at stake in our game was pride itself. Oh, well put, Mr. Wright. I've got a mind to play a hand of poker myself. The stakes, your fate! Can we get back to the trial now? I plead silence regarding the murder, but I will say I never touched the murder weapon. Well, you see, sir, there is a bottle with your fingerprints on it. But we're gonna press the statement because I want to see what you say. To silence, the defendant has the right to refuse to testify. I haven't forgotten everything about the law. Why? That clearly puts you at a disadvantage. And it's your job to turn that around in our favor, yes? Great, like I didn't have enough to do already. Justice, didn't you detect anything odd about that testimony? Huh? Wait, something he said did ring a little strangely. Just one thing. Now what was it? When you figure it out, I'd suggest presenting evidence. Evidence that contradicts the testimony. A contradiction in Mr. Wright's testimony? But why? I'd better check the court record. Can't imagine Mr. Wright lying in a testimony. Isn't it a little early to be jumping to conclusions? This is your first cross-examination. Take it slow. If you need more information, don't forget to press. Right, I got it. I'm fine. No need. I already know what it is. Hold it! Objection!
Objection!
Ooh! Ooh, Apollo's got a good objection! Objection! That had some gusto to it. Maybe his Cords of Steel training did work. Objection! Damn! Young boy's got some cords. Good on him. So you say you didn't touch the murder weapon? This grape juice bottle? Right? So I said. Something the matter, Mr. Justice? Hee hee hee. Too bad our new defense attorney never learned how to play dumb. What's this, Mr. Payne? I examined the bottle in question, you see, and it was covered with the defendant's fingerprints. Objection! No need to shout, Mr. Justice. I can hear you just fine. Oh, he's embarrassed. Patootie patootie. Excess yelling can damage judge's ears and our case. But what about my cords of steel? Anyway, what's so strange about fingerprints on a bottle in a restaurant? Well, that's true. The prints alone don't prove he did it. They wouldn't prove a thing if they were normal fingerprints. Huh? Did they test for luminol? We're upside down. Upside down? What does that mean? He was holding the bottle inverted, and there can only be one reason for that. Yes. To brain someone with the bottle. To brain someone. Never heard that before. Fuck! Oh, his face is funny. Mr. Gavin, I think things just took a turn for the worse. Oh, I see no problem, Justice. Huh? The only thing that matters is the truth. There's a good reason for everything, you'll see. Defendant, can you explain your fingerprints on this bottle to the court? I stand by my plea of silence regarding the murder. For now. Not very cooperative, are you? This could hurt your case. I'm sure he's uncooperative because he's hiding something. There must be some reason. Your Honor, you seem to have forgotten something. And what might that be, Mr. Gavin? On the night of the crime, who was it that reported the murder to the police? Reported? Well, that was the defendant, Mr. Wright, but still that... Really? Yes, well, according to the case file, the murder was reported from near the scene by a call from the defendant's cell phone. Near the scene? Let's take a look at the diagram of the murder scene, shall we? Not the diagrams. Victim was murdered in a small room in a basement 2 floors down from the ground level. Cell phones can't get reception so far down. The defendant used the stairs in the hallway to go above ground. The call came from the first floor of the restaurant. I see, and this is the phone that made the call? Right, cell phone. Immediately snoops. Snoop, 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 snoop. His cell phone. Oh, what's that? Can I beat Boop It, though, anywhere else? Can I play Snake on it? Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Okay, wait. Wow, the battery is being held in with a piece of tape. He should just buy a new one. Maybe he can't afford it. Or he just doesn't care. Let's say we can't open it. I want to open it. Let's open his phone up. Man, look at this old ass cell phone. Like my mom's cell phone back in the day. You could play Snake on this thing though. It was awesome. I love playing Snake on old phones. Okay. He could have just fled the scene of the crime if he so chose, yet he fulfilled his duty as a citizen and reported to the authorities. Marionette, you there? Wait, Marionette. Look at him. Look at him. Fallen Phoenix. Daddy Phoenix. What's the new guessing game redeem about? Somebody wanted to come in and guess something. When it came to Pokemon stuff, or do like a game and get points for it. And so I said, okay, how about you... I made a little thing where it's like, okay, they can redeem the points. And then they get the points back if I lose, I guess? I don't know. It was me trying to figure out how to make that work. Or how to assign points out for, like, winning a thing. And I couldn't really figure it out, so... I might go back in and change it later. I need to figure out my Pokemon Nuzlocke too. I'm having a hard time figuring out how to actually modify the game. Like, I have the whole expansion in now, but I don't know what I have to do to like actually do things. So I will figure that out in the next few weeks, hopefully. But yeah. If you don't guess right, take a shot. Oh my god, that would be funny. Every time I get something wrong in this game, we tally it, and then that's the amount of shots they take on the weekend. Not on a school night, though. Oh my goodness. I cannot be hungover teaching. I've heard of people doing that before. That sounds awful. Nice save, Mr. Gavin. I'd better not waste this. I think the prosecution has toyed with our client enough for the time being. Toyed? I assure you no one is more serious about... What was it you said? What am I guessing, though? What am I guessing, Viking? Guess who was winning? Oh my god. No, no. You lose those points, Viking. You're not getting those back. The answer is no. You've made your bed. You've laid in it. No gooning allowed. The defendant was in the room that very moment the crime occurred. How can you possibly know that? Wrong answer, take a shot. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. But yeah, Marionette, I'm playing the first case of Apollo Justice, and I can't wait to have gay shit happen. I can't wait till I can play as Phoenix and then be like, yes, Daddy, to Miles Edgeworth. And I will willfully get that answer wrong just to get that scene. I love them. They're gay, Your Honor. They're gay. Also, Marionette, speaking of gay, I was talking to... Sorry, gay shit, gotta get my pizza rolls. I was talking about Akeshu today with our friend Jake, and I keep forgetting what the shoe stands for in Shuake. Wait! Your pizza rolls! Let me get my pizza rolls! Go get your pizza rolls. Oh, wait. You're as good as they say you are. So someone else was in the room the night of the crime. That must mean they witnessed the crime. Everything up till now has been a warm-up, Justice. Are you ready? Very well. The prosecution may call its first witness to the stand. Oh? The witness will state her name and profession. She seems cute. Hold on just a moment. Where's the witness? I surmise she's been frightened by the defense's demonic-looking horns. Hey! Take that back. So I used a little hair gel. Relax, people. Have no fear. If any horns point in your direction, this court will cut them off. You are sure? I swear it on my gavel. Please, come out. Isn't violence against hair a crime, Your Honor? Well, if you are sure it is okay. Oh, she's cute. Ahem, now the prosecution. Wait a minute! Would the prosecution care to explain the witnesses' paraphernalia? Yes. She's a professional, Your Honor. They are merely the tools of her trade. And that would be... My name is Olga Orly. I am employed as waitress in Borscht Bowl Club restaurant. Then why the camera? Of course, it is my pride to serve borscht that is naming restaurant. But I also perform, how is it said, other service. I take it one of these other services is taking the customer's pictures? Da. Like, for example, this one. Oh, shit. Oh my god, B next with the slides. That's the defendant? Indeed, on the night of the murder, man in white hat is one who has gone kaput. Indeed, this is the victim. She could be just a nice lady, but she could also be a murderer. I mean, this game is notorious for making nice ladies. Okay, so we're talking about fave gays, right? And he even said he was like, oh, I admit it, I found some cute Akeshu art. And I'm sure you've already seen it. It's just a little chibi version of them where, Joker's leading Akechi inside the cafe, you know, on the fated night of 2-2. But, like, it's a little chibi version. It's really cute. And then he's like, what does the Shu and Shuake stand for? And I'm like, I know the answer to this, but I always forget it. And I had to look it up again. Shu being, the name for protagonist / hero in Japanese, right? I gotta say that again, my stream lagged. Oh, shit. Okay, well, our friend showed me a cute little fan art of Joker leading Akechi into, you know, the fated night on 2-2, but a little chibi version. Little chibi guys. Little tiny guys, you know? Little tiny chibi version. And it was Akeshu. And then I had to explain to him what the Shu and Shuake meant. But I had to look it up first because I forgot what the Shu stood for. I know what the Ake stands for, of course. And so then the Shuake stuff, I found a Reddit post that said, what does the Shu and Shuake mean? What does shipping even mean? It was really funny. And then it was like, yeah, Shu stands for protagonist / hero in Japanese. Did you catch all that? Quite a piece of evidence to casually drop into our laps. It is the same way as I drop cold boil on borscht of laps of customers casually. And the court will casually accept this new evidence. Olga's photo, added to the court record. Now, witness, where were you at the time of the murder? I was in room, the hideout, we call it. Excuse me, the hideout? It is room where famous gangster bad guy... The what now? Ace Attorney naming conventions. Ah yes, the place where famous gangster, bad guy, was arrested. That's me when people ship Ryuji and Joker. Pego Ryu. What's Peg? Well, you see. I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna stop myself there. Is the room where murder took place. Oh, Apollo's face. His facial expressions are so funny. Your look of utter surprise. It is lovely. I will post by courtroom door later for you. Dada. Photos will be numbered, and you will write which ones you want a copy of. So there were 3 people in the room at the time of the crime. Victim, Shady Smith. Slim Shady? Shady Smith? But legit, is that another Japanese term for protag? You know what? That's what the internet's for. Why is Ryuji Joker called Pego Ryu? Because Shujinko means protagonist. Probably means protagonist. Persona Go? Persona Go? That doesn't make any sense. Ah! Pego. Pego is the shorthand for the game in Japanese, taking the first syllable of the word persona, and the Japanese ways of saying 5 go. So, Pego or Persona Go, Persona 5, Pego-kun became short for the protagonist of 5. So, saying Pego-kun means protagonist-kun. So, Pego Ryu is protagonist Ryu. It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing. Akira, Ren, or does the player just sort of make it up? John Persona! Oh my god, you're right, John. I forgot about John Persona. How could I forget John Persona? I love John Persona. That was so funny. Yeah, my name's John Persona. And Olga Orly, our witness. And Mr. Wright isn't the killer. That means... Very well, witness. You will testify to the court about that night's events. Fateful night. Customer asked me to deal cards for a game. It was cold. Most players play with hats on, da. The victim, he plays whole time with his hand on locket at his neck. Then last hand is done, but something terrible has happened, da. That man flew at victim and is strangling him to death. Phoenix strangling somebody. The only strangling happening with Phoenix is Edgeworth. Strangling his court case with the fucking autopsy report update. Incidentally, who won the game? Isn't it obvious? The winner was the victim, Mr. Smith. Objection! That's ridiculous. Because Mr. Wright can't lose. Justice. Maybe you can come up with a more legitimate objection. But he hadn't lost in 7 years. Take it from me, kid. It happens. I didn't lose a case my first 7 years as prosecutor either. Incidentally, I have some evidence here. Oh, shit. Both had a 3 of a kind and 2 aces, but Phoenix had 7s. And the other guy had kings. Is this Balatro, guys? Shady's back, tell a friend. Chips, you say? I mean, yes, imagine that poker is war. Your hand is your army, and the chips are the spoils. You know that, after all, in my youth I was known as the poker head of courtroom. Oh, fuck. I almost said the Joker head. Oh my god, Joker, Persona 5? The poker head of courtroom number 3. I think he means poker face. Poker face, poker face. Nah. The victim's side of the table. Chip's photo. Not the edible kind. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Okay. Cross-examination. Let's look at our evidence so far, too. I'm just gonna look through it for a second. We got the photo. I see food on the table. They're eating food. I see the chips photo. There's no food. So there clearly was some time between the food and the no food. The bottles are down in the crate. Okay, just some observations. That night, customer asked me to deal cards for a game. Let's press a little more. You were dealing cards? Do you do this often? I am doing this. Customer wishes it. I serve anything. Borscht, cards, more borscht. Photos. It is my work. Okay. It's good to hear of a place that hasn't forgotten the meaning of service. Welcome you to Borscht Bowl Club, where borscht is as warm as the waitresses. Thank you for not handing out flyers during the cross-examination. It was cold. Both players played with hats on, da? Interesting. It's already April. How could it be cold? At Borscht Bowl Club, we have pride on an authentic rustic Russian restaurant theme. Outside, it is city in spring, but inside, it is always as cold as Mother Russia. No way am I going there. When it comes to hot borscht, cold is best seasoning, da? Interesting. The victim, he plays the whole time with his hand on locket at his neck. His locket? Good luck charm? He gripped it many times he played that night. Yes, he must have felt as though it might carry him to the moon and the stars. The locket. Is that the locket that Phoenix is wearing right now? Interesting. But if it were small enough to put around his neck, it wouldn't have much lift. The defense would like a clarification. This is the locket we're talking about? I mean, a pendant with a picture in it, right? Not a rocket? Of course! I knew that! It was probably a pendant shaped like a rocket. That's why she called it like that. No, a locket's a locket. It doesn't matter what shape it is. It's considered bad form to poke fun at the hard of hearing in our society. Hard of hearing or hard of understanding. So, what happened next? Then, last hand is done, but something terrible has happened, Okay. Something terrible? The defense will refrain from needless shouting. Sorry. I need to seriously reconsider this vocal training thing. Me too, Apollo. Me too. Vocal training, man. Now, Miss Orley, can you tell us what happened? Oh, I was so frightened. I trembled with fear. Okay, what made you tremble with fear? That man flew at victim and is strangling him to death. Strangling? But the defendant would never do such a thing. Less shouting, Apollo. Well, now I cannot say I've ever heard the defense try this tactic. If possible, please refrain from embarrassing me. Still, why would anyone do something like this over a game of poker? Perhaps that is because the defendant has lost game? Yes, a crushing defeat for a man undefeated. It always is with men like him. Winners make sore losers. Oh, how the mighty fall. Go ahead, I believe you know what it is you need to do. Right, sir. Leave it to me. Only 3 people in the room at the time of the murder. The victim, Shady Smith, Mr. Wright, and... Mr. Wright isn't the killer. Got you now, Orly. Let's save before we start presenting things. We're just gonna look real quick. Hats on. Okay, their hats are on. Hand on locket at his neck. Let's see. Where is the contradiction? That might be fine so far. Last hand is done. Tell me what's happened. Strangling him to death. Well, if he's strangling him to death, then how is this the murder weapon? Right? At the very least, the autopsy report has got to be different. Yeah? Now, is it the autopsy report or is it the murder weapon? I think it'd be the autopsy report. Let's see. Let me think this through. I'm gonna present the autopsy report. I feel like it's gotta be it. Otherwise, like, what else would it be, right? Yeah, we're gonna do this. Oh, really? Strangled, you say? Yep, okay, yeah, that's correct. I just wasn't sure if they wanted me to present the bottle or the autopsy report. You never know. Duh, normal customers only choke on borscht. No, I mean this report shows the victim died of a blow to the head. Miss Orly! Really now. Did you witness the crime? Did she witness it? Probably not. Looking at the picture, it doesn't seem like he was hit. He's still wearing his hat and everything. Yet it is a fact that he was hit, Your Honor. Ooh, here's a photo we took of the victim with his hat off during our investigation. That's quite shocking, isn't it? His head certainly was hit. Okay, crime photo 2. But I have seen it happen. The defendant, he lunged at victim, his neck. Oh, really, Miss Orly? I think I've caught you in your own lie this time. Justice. I admire your enthusiasm, but perhaps we should think this through once more. What do you mean? I found a contradiction. There's one thing in her testimony that troubles me. Oh? Troubles you? Very well. It seems we should continue the cross-examination. Such a thing as thinking too much. This horse is dead. Let's stop beating it. Ugh. We should not be beating any horses. We do not condone the beating of horses here. Thinking aloud too much, too. What? Victim. He hit him with a bottle. Interesting. Okay, yeah, the necklace is missing. The necklace is missing. Okay, okay. There it is. And unlock it at neck. There is no locket on his neck in this photo. You know, there was one curious part in her testimony, just like Mr. Gavin said. But what does it mean? Mr. Justice, would you care to explain what it is you're thinking so intensely about? I call the testimony, Your Honor. The victim played with his hand on locket at his neck. I hope you aren't about to raise an objection to the witness's grammar. No, but look at this photograph. Do you see a locket on the victim's neck? Well done, Justice. I'm impressed. I knew you'd be able to handle this. But what does it mean? If we are to believe this witness's testimony as is, and the locket disappeared following the victim's death. Lockets don't just disappear, Your Honor. It's quite simple when you think about it. The locket is gone. Someone must have taken it off, no? Taken it off? Wait, you don't mean... The defendant wasn't strangling the victim at all. He was taking off his locket. Wouldn't that explain it? Ah! The defendant, what do you have to say to this? Well, he's wearing a locket. Say, yes? I just noticed this, but you have something hanging around your neck, don't you? Oh? You mean this? Yes, it's a locket with a photograph inside. A photo of my daughter. You come again? Mr. Wright, you have a daughter? We confirmed it at the time of the arrest. The picture in the locket is indeed Mr. Wright's daughter. So Mr. Wright has a locket too? Shouldn't you be saying, so Mr. Wright has a daughter? Why don't I buy this as a coincidence? Well now, if the results of this poker game led to the murder, perhaps we should hear a bit more about the outcome of this game? The testimony won't really be necessary. It's clear the defendant lost badly. Miss Orley, you will testify to the court about the game played between the victim and the defendant. Ta-da! Witness testimony. The game began with 3,500 points in chips for each man. House chips come in two sizes, small and large. The one who was winning, was victim. For last hand, defendant play with all chips on the table and lose. The moment lost was decided, defendant grabs bottle from table and... Okay. Indeed, looking at this picture, does seem to be a one-sided game. Oh, hi, Traveler! What are you gonna guess? Or what are you gonna make me guess? Not really sure what to do with the guessing game function. It was really just me trying to figure out something, but I don't know if it really worked out. But how are you doing tonight? Jason Mendoza? What about Jason Mendoza? What? Jason Mendoza? He's in a good place. He is in the good place. Oh. I need to finish watching The Good Place. I didn't finish it. I really want to finish it. I just need to be in a binge mood to, like, binge it all. Such a good show. Season 2 is where I'm at right now. Well into season 2. One-sided game. As the court knows, poker was the defendant's life. Failure must have been a bitter pill to swallow. Pill? Like Pill Boy? Pill Boy! Jason and Janet. Oh, so cute. How many times have I heard these words? I done it in a fit of anger, Your Honor. And now I regret what I done. Common tale, but true. Methinks the judge watches too many old court movies. Mr. Wright said he hasn't lost in 7 years. His testimony must be wrong. Must be. We need to wrong this right. Or, sorry, right this wrong. Wrong this right. That's a lot of points and chips. Any special rules used? Nope, not special. Usual game, usual rules. Each man making the 3,500 points total would be, 7,000. Exactly, no, 7,000 points. Please, it's nothing calculus. It's not even long division. Damn, Apollo called the judge stupid. Kristoff is like, close your fucking mouth, Apollo. Eat your hamburgers, Apollo. Small and large. In the good old country of Japanifornia, you know? Are the chips in this photo all the chips that were used? Duh. Duh, of course. Hmm? Something's fishy with these chips. Should I press harder? Press harder. Poker chips are poker chips. They're not fish and chips. Not a chip off the old block, not a motorcycle cop, not a... Thanks. Now that I've pressed her, I better ask something. What are these chips worth? Are they in dollars? Or rubles even? Oh, Apollo. Apollo, Apollo, Apollo. Yeah, as I've been saying before, it was a game, not gambling. Hard perhaps for capitalists to understand. Damn. 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 Hard perhaps for capitalists to understand. Okay, Apollo. Well, okay, actually, I'm sorry. Apollo, we just got fucking roasted. We just got roasted. I just got called a capitalist. Damn. Feels bad, man. Quick, get me a Communist Manifesto stat. If it was Apollo, I'd uninstall. I would Control-Alt-Delete. I would just simply cease to exist. 2 types of chip. 100 points chip and 1,000 points chip. Is that money, da? Justice, sir. Don't you find her comment interesting? We can do math right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, wait a second. If the big chip... Let's do some math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If the big chip... I can do math, wait. I pulled up my photo into the calculator. 10 times 100,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1,000 points chips. That adds up. That makes 7,000. There's nothing wrong with the math there. In more ways than one, sir. I haven't added to her testimony myself. Well, does the defense want the witness to add her to her testimony? Yeah, sure, add it. Add it to the testimony. I wish I knew where I was going with this. Very well, witness, if you would be so kind. Ah, Your Honor. Well, that's consistent there. No chips yet there. Let's press on this statement. This testimony is important. To be honest, I have no idea why. Think of what you want to say before raising your hand. You're not in kindergarten. Ah, sorry, I'm fine. Think of something to ask. And quick! The small ones are 100 and the big ones 1,000, right? Right, of course. Ha! Wait, are his full house cards face down, the black and white image? They are. They are. Good catch, Traveler. And there's a lot of fishy things happening in this image, too. Don't waste our time. Is that all? Yeah. But we can't present that until later. Gotta figure out why or what the reasoning to present it would be. Mr. Gavin, you stop her, now the one looks dumb. Oh, Justice, please try not to embarrass me like that. Huh? Who, me? There's a clear contradiction in the information you have in your hands. What? It's a simple matter of calculation. Go on, try it. We're not in kindergarten after all. Calculation? Yeah. So the small ones would have to be 1,000. The big ones 100. So... I'm gonna save real quick before I point this out. Before I try to do math. Objection! There we go. You're sure it was the victim who won? Absolutely sure? Seems our new attorney is a bit confused. A glance at the pictures is enough to tell you who won. If you're not in kindergarten. Just for safety's sake, can you play the problem with the court? Because the big chips are not worth as much as the little chips. The little chips are the big ones. So that means the winner. Will be Phoenix. Which were worth 1,000 points? Why, the big ones, of course. Duh. Oh, I thought so too. But then the totals don't add up. The totals? Because you have 10 big coins, so there'd be 10 times 100, 1,000. 6 little ones, 1,000 each. But then that means that Phoenix has 4,100, and the other side just has 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 3,000. Or less than that. 2,900, my bad. 3,500 points in chips. And the combined total value is 7,000 points. Yes, if my calculations are correct, let's see. 3 plus 1, carry the 5. They are, Your Honor. Now, look at this photo that allegedly shows all the chips. If the big chips are worth 1,000 points and the small chips are worth 100, you add them up. How much is it? Do it yourself. You aren't in kindergarten, are you? 10,600 points. The chips don't add up. This clearly contradicts the witness's testimony. But why? How could this be? Exactly, Justice. Now that you know the what, you must determine the why. Right, there's only one possible way to explain this contradiction. The chip... No, the starting points were right. Each man began the game with 3,500 points. But what happens? There can only be one answer. Well, what is it? The value of the chips was the other way around. What? Want to know what I think? The small chips are worth 1,000 points, not the big ones. Madness! Utter madness! Show me that photograph of the chips again. There are 6 small chips and 10 large chips. Why, that does make 7,000 points when you add them up. I'm glad we can all do math. Math in my Ace Attorney game? Excellent work, Justice. It's almost as though you figured it out by yourself. Well, I'm just glad I was the one who said it. But wait! There's more! Value that just made different, that changes nothing! Nothing! The victim did have a larger number of chips, though. Oh, it does change it. It means Phoenix won. Can you imagine Toad? Stop Bowser at all costs! I'm gonna hurt my throat. How's my Toad impression? Is it terrible? It's pretty bad. Ace Attorney Toad mod. I just sound like I'm screaming. Screaming Toad. Oh, I might cut out a bit. It's on point for running here. You're so clear! I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna hurt my throat doing that. That's funny, though. If the small chips are 1,000 points and large chips are 100. Let's do a little math. Add the points for each side of the table. Ah. What is going on my second monitor? I'm Toad Ace Attorneying. I am being Ace Attorney if we were in the Mario Kingdom. I believe the defendant, Bowser Jr., is guilty. Your Honor, committed the murder. Toad voice redeem and speak. Should I? Oh my god, wait, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. Let me go in. I feel like I keep getting further away from it the more I go on, but you know what? That's the fun of it, right? How do I... Wait, where is it? Viewer rewards. I know you haven't played Nikki in a while. Let's update this. Fuck! I'm gonna play Nikki immediately tomorrow. The update just hit, right? I'll play tomorrow. I'll get my 2 updates. 2 outfits that play instruments. Okay. 5 days ago? I thought it came out like this week. Oops. Oops. Goop. My bad. Mess around with the settings 100%. The mic is not doing the impression Apollo. I mean, Justice. Part of it might be that, I do have a noise gate on so that it doesn't, I don't have my peaking too much. But, here. Let me do a little editing. There we go. Alright, ready? How about now? Objection! Your Honor, Mario could not have committed the murder! Princess Peach! Prince, on behalf of Princess Peach, we have new evidence, Your Honor! We have an updated autopsy report! All evidence points to it being Bowser Jr.! Okay, I'm turning noise suppression back on. That was funny as hell, though. Okay, let me do it. I'll do it. Let me make a new... Add new custom reward. How many points is, Ace Attorney Toad impression? How many points is this worth, you think? 1,000? I feel like it's gotta be, like, a little bit, you know, a little hefty. How fast do you earn 1,000 channel points? Hear me wreck my voice as I imitate Toad from Mario acting as an Ace Attorney lawyer a la Baines. Objection. Impression. What do we think? I'm gonna say 1,000 points. If it's too high, let me know. And there it is. It's in. 10 points every 5 minutes. 260 points an hour. 1.2 multiplier if you're a sub. Multiplier if you're a multiplier. Multiplier if you're a sub. Every 5 minutes. Point special bonuses once in a while. How long does it take you to get 1,000 points? Is it too much? Is it too little? The victim. Mr. Smith had 2,900 points and the defendant had 4,100 points. Well now, it seems that Mr. Wright was winning that night after all. Oh yeah. Okay, I think 3 hours is valid. 3 hours and then some to make me strain my voice. I think that's fair. It's fair. I think it's fair. Leave your stream on for 8 hours for passive income. He was winning that night after all. That's impossible. My client had even less reason to kill the victim. After all, he was winning. He was right. Yerg! Now, Miss Whirly, you must have known the true value of the chips, since you were there at the scene of the crime. Weren't you? Eek! Order, order! It appears the defendant has lost his motive, and Mr. Wright's supposed defeat never happened. We must now ask ourselves whether we can trust the witness's testimony. Hold it! Excuse me? What is it, Miss Orley? I did not want to be saying this, but... Actually, you see, See what, Miss Orley? What did we see? In the last hand, there was cheat! Cheating? A cheat? You don't mean... a trick? Do you mean... a scam? They're all the same thing. Yes, there was cheat in last hand. That is why game ends with chips as they are. Now, cheating. Cheaters never prosper. Thoroughly interesting. Witness, you will please testify to the court. Tell us about this cheating. In the final hand. Witness testimony. The last hand, both men had full house. 4 of each card in deck from ace to king. Cheat is more obvious. The next moment, game becomes argument, da? Defendant's trick was exposed. Poor Mr. Smith. Miss Orley. Yeah, why didn't you tell us this from the start? I thought I smelled a cover up here. Well, folks, time to throw back the covers. Full house is a very high-scoring hand. Not easy to make, in my experience. That alone is enough to suspect less than scrupulous tactics. I've never struggled with that word before. Now I have. Scrupulous tactics. Mr. Gavin? What's a full house? Lawyers these days, you don't even know your poker. I can't say this bodes well for your case or career. Weren't they shitting on poker earlier? What is this? Some kind of secret court poker ring? Justice? You know the terms 1 pair, 2 pair, and 3 of a kind, yes? Bro, get cooked playing Balatro. I know, right? I say as I have not played Balatro yet. I kind of want to download it. Would we be interested in watching me play Balatro? I know really little about poker. But I mean, I know what a 3 of a kind... Please! Yes! Oh shit, okay. Balatro stream. Should I make that a redeem too? Watch me play Balatro. Probably pretty bad at it, we'll see. Let me have my paycheck drop and then I can afford buying some new games. 2 cards of the same number make a pair. 3 makes a 3 of a kind. Good, now picture a hand with 1 pair, 1 3 of a kind. That's a full house. That doesn't sound very easy to make, does it? You can see each player's hand in this photo. In this photo. Full house, as you forget, is an easy way to make a full house. And go undefeated for 7 years. You cheat. The defense may cross-examine the witness. If he did cheat in the last hand, that still leaves one important question. Mr. Wright lost that hand. Who's ever heard of a professional con man losing when they can cheat? Exactly. Exactly. Both men had full house. It is quite hard, da. It is making a pair and a 3 of a kind at the same time. I guess that's right. Very difficult, to be sure. You can take my word as the poker head of courtroom number 3. Very difficult, da, but it is not impossible. Full house hard. Line of questioning, a waste of time. 4 of each card in the deck from ace to king. 4 of each card, you say? There's 1 spade, 1 diamond, 1 heart, 1 club for each card. This is really basic rudimentary stuff, but we're gonna keep going. The number 4 comes from number of seasons. Huh, you don't say. You know the cards are numbered 1 to 13? Out of the cards in deck, you get 364. A year! You don't say. Isn't that 1 day short? That's why each deck has 2 jokers. They say the second joker stands for the leap year. Thus, you have a perfect representation of the year. All in a deck of cards. That is really cool, actually. Huh, you don't say. We're gonna be in this courtroom for a year if it keeps going like this. Interesting. Cheat is more obvious. How is it clear? Well, the defendant. He played a 5th ace. A 5th ace? Where the hell is he playing a 5th ace? That seems wrong. In both hands, very well. Mr. Smith's hand has 3 aces. And Mr. Wright's too. Bottom! Yeah, there is an ace down there, though. I do wonder if this is the one to show. But for this line of questioning, it might be best to show this one, because this one doesn't show 3 aces. Obviously, cheating was afoot, perhaps you'd say, a hand. Without Mr. Payne's joke, very well, the witness will add this detail to her testimony, please. 3 aces, Mr. Wright's 2 is 5 aces in all. I'm gonna save. Turnabout trump. The trump card. Ahahaha. Objection! It appears the witness is mistaken. Mistaken? But my name... Well, look, this piece of evidence clearly contradicts what you said in your testimony. That's the photo of the chips, is it not? Justice, perhaps you ought to explain your point in a way that the judge can comprehend. Use your finger to point out your point. Point out the contradiction in this photo. In your testimony, you made the following claim. Mr. Smith's hand has 3 aces. But as you can clearly see, the victim's hand only held 2 aces. Maybe the witness was simply confused. Perhaps it was the defendant's hand that held the 3rd ace in question. Taking a look at the evidence. As you can see, the defendant also had 2 aces in his hand. Where's this 5th ace? I see cheating alright, and it's going on right here in this courtroom. Now, there is a 5th ace in the other photo, technically, if we look really closely, but, we're gonna keep doing this until we get our, version of what we want. It is true, I have seen it. The 5th ace. Cheating, I swear to you. That's odd. She's the most sincere I've seen her all day. Your Honor, if I may, I have a suggestion. Examine the actual cards. Cards? Mr. Payne, yes? Presented as evidence, were they not? The defense would like to request that the cards be shown to the court. The prosecution will submit this evidence. Which will you examine? The victim's cards or the defendant's cards? Can I examine both? These cards don't prove cheating was going on. Nothing will. Which of these hands is more suspicious? Let's start with Mr. Wright's hand. Very well. Mr. Payne, your evidence? Examining evidence, be sure to review it from all sides and angles. Okay, let's do this. Our backs are red. Oh, they're using blue cards in the final hand. Didn't you, Mr. Gavin? Huh? Oh, Yeah. Can't tell the color from here. But we can tell the color from here. That's a weird little inconsistency. Oh, it's never a little weird inconsistency. Well, do I examine the other hand of cards? Examine the other hand. There's never just a little coincidence in these games. It's always a little trick or a little scheme. Aha! Blue card right there. This king. What? Your Honor, look at this! One of the victim's cards. The back is a different color. That's impossible, but I put that card in Wright's hand. Oh. What was that, Miss Orley? And yet, I merely said, duh, I have eek. What is the easiest way to cheat at poker? I'll tell you, one merely needs a friend. A comrade, shall we say. The dealer. This witness, Miss Orley. She's the cheater, a professional, I'd wager. Order, order! Focus Justice, time to take advantage of her. Of her mistake. Your Honor, please recall the testimony we just heard. That's impossible, but I put that card in Wright's hand. She helps him cheat. Not my client, but with the victim, Mr. Shady Smith. Not only did she cheat, she cheated poorly. Therefore, it's not hard to imagine an altercation between her and the victim. You don't mean the defense isn't accusing the witness, Miss Olga Orley, are you? Time for justice. There were 3 people in the room at the time of the incident, and if Mr. Wright isn't guilty, that means I am. The defense accuses the witness, Miss Olga Orley, of murder. Eee! Oh, she fainted. Oh, her borscht is okay, though. I was kind of worried about her borscht. I was like, is it gonna land okay? It did. Mr. Payne, where is your witness, Miss Olga Orley? It appears she has lost her consciousness, Your Honor. Mr. Justice? Your Honor, can you present a new possibility to the court? What's suggesting a connection between the witness and the victim, Miss Smith, Mr. Smith? And that means this court cannot pronounce a verdict for the defendant at this time. They activated the kill chip in her brain. Exactly. What? I did it! I held out. See, the capitalist won! Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Damn, we got burnt so hard with that capitalist comment earlier, though. That was crazy. I've never been burnt harder in a game. That was insane. I see no point in prolonging this trial of the day. This day, the prosecution will need to make further inquiries. Objection! Oh? Phoenix? Mr. Wright? You can't end the trial here, Your Honor. Not yet. What? Think. One of the cards had a different colored back. Don't you wonder what it means? What are you doing, Mr. Wright? Raising objections right when you're about to get off the hook? Not everything is about money. Clearly you capitalists can't understand. Mr. Payne, you of all people should know. Mr. Wright has a talent for the ridiculous. Perhaps you should get to the bottom of things. Yeah, Nick. Let's get him, Nick. Let's be ridiculous. Clear up the facts about the game that fateful night. As was said before, we alternated between 2 decks of cards that night. The 2 decks of the club have different colored backs, blue and red. 1 color per deck. If we use the same color, the 2 decks might get mixed up. They did still get mixed up. We used the red deck for the last game. I see, but that's odd. For some reason, I have this impression that you were using the blue cards. Someone testing on blue cards. Whatever, in the end, one card of the wrong color got into the mix. It was cheating. Yes, the card slipped into the deck would seem to indicate cheating. Yet this card raises two serious questions. Apollo? Yes? Let's consider the first question, shall we? Think. In the last game, when was the card swapped? When? There are three broad possibilities here. It could have been swapped before the murder, during the murder, or after the murder. Well, yeah, thanks for the news bulletin, Mr. Wright. Of course it was swapped. Oh? Might be as simple as you think, Mr. Payne, or it might not be. I'd like to hear what Apollo thinks first. When do you think the cards were swapped? When was the card swapped into the deck? I'm gonna say after the murder. I think it was, planted. Perhaps it happened after the murder? But what's that? Ridiculous. What's the point of cheating after the hands have been shown? That's silly. Yes, but tell me, how do you swap cards during the game? I'll take silly over impossible. Take it from me, son. There's a lot of silly in this world, but very little impossible. Oh, even when the backs of the cards are a different color? If you pulled that during the game, you'd be caught in no time. Oh, quite true. That'd mean that the blue card in question was swapped after the hands were shown. After the murder. Okay, this is going past silly and straight on to crazy. What's the point of cheating after the game's over? Who would do that? Oh, indeed, that's one of the mysteries before us. There's another? Yes, a simple, yet decisive question must be asked. Who swapped the red card for a blue card? Who? The game and the murder is done. The victim is dead. Only two remain in the room, alive, that is. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, and our witness, Olga Orley. Who was it that swapped the red card for a blue? Well... I'm gonna say... It wouldn't be Phoenix. He left there to make the call. Olga said she intended for a card for Phoenix, but... I think we're gonna say someone else. Because that's how these cases go. It doesn't seem like it could have been Olga Orley either. I think it only makes sense for you to name Miss Orley at this point. Yes, I know, but she was the one who dealt the cards, right? I just can't believe she would make the mistake of swapping the wrong color card. I can't believe Miles Edgeworth did it. I know. Miles Edgeworth. How could you? Something you'd like to share with the court, Mr. Wright? Oh, my apologies, Your Honor. I was thinking how much fun all this is. Fun? How about confusing? I've no idea what the offense is claiming, Your Honor. If one who swapped the card wasn't the defendant and it wasn't Miss Orley, then who was it? Yeah, well, that is the question, isn't it? Precisely. Huh? I believe we're about to see this case take a new direction. We'll find that indeed after the murder. Someone swapped one of the cards in the victim's hand, and that someone made two critical mistakes. I'm sure you're going to tell us the first was swapping the wrong color card, because the one who did the swap didn't know two colors of cards are being used. The other mistake was the number on the card. Right. The person replaced the fifth ace with a king. I'm sure whoever swapped it wasn't expecting there to be a fifth ace after all. All they knew was that the game had been won with a full house. So they picked up a king from the table and swapped it in. But there's one problem. According to our case record, this person doesn't exist. True, not until now. They have to admit the possibility of a fourth person. Though it's more than a possibility. There was someone else there that night at the scene of the crime. This bitch, I can't believe he waited this whole time to say that. Can you imagine? You do make trials ridiculous, Mr. Wright. As trials proceeded on one central assumption. At the time of the incident, there were only 3 people in that room. I believe this new evidence, shall we say, overturns that assumption? The problem is that you chose to conceal this information from the court. I suppose that is a problem, yes. Court is adjourned for a brief recess. Mr. Gavin, I'll see you in my chambers during this recess. Certainly, Your Honor. Very well, the trial will resume in 20 minutes. Damn, Phoenix, you're stirring up shit. As usual, I miss Phoenix. Ugh, I love that cheeky bastard. That was quite unexpected, Mr. Wright. To suddenly claim there was another person at the scene of the crime like that. I must ask, is it the truth? Well now, I think you would know the answer to that. Being mysterious, are we? Sadly, I have no time for mysteries. I'd only ask that you leave the defendant in your defense in the future. Otherwise, I cannot guarantee the outcome. I see you haven't mellowed out one bit, Kristoff. Justice? Yes, sir. The judge has summoned me to his chamber, so carry on without me. Here's the thing. I already know who the bitch is. Like, I don't know who the murderer is, but I know about a shady bastard in this case. I know one thing already that I shouldn't know. Because, I, maybe back in the day was a little too invested in Rightworth and may have, seen many a spoiler. But that's okay. I know nothing about the Apollo Trilogy cast, though. Like, I really just know, listen, I just had to know what happened to Phoenix, you know? How does one see Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, be looking like a lawyer, and then all of a sudden be looking homeless, and not question it, you know? Like, how did he go from his attorney persona to this? What the fuck happened? So back in the day, I, like, looked up a little bit about what happened, and I went, oh shit! And so I know that there's a shady bitch, but I'm gonna pretend I don't know for a while. And we're gonna just we're just gonna enjoy it. The locket you wear, is it really yours, Mr. Wright? Ah, you're wondering about the victim's disappearing locket? Here, you can take a look at it. That's a picture of my daughter in there. Trucy! Aw, she's so cute! I'm just surprised to hear you had a daughter. Most people are. Perhaps we'll meet her one of these days. You see, you're right, Apollo. I am gay. But I can still adopt. Just kidding. I'm sorry. One more question. The one who cheated that night, was it you? What do you think? Huh? You know what happened 7 years ago, what I did. It's not unreasonable for you to think I might cheat. I never, honest, but it is odd that he managed to go undefeated for 7 whole years. Want to know something? There's only one game where you can be dealt bad cards all night and still win. Poker. Eh? Hell happened 7 years ago. It did. 7 years ago, a bunch of shit went down for poor Phoenix. But you know who was there for him? Edgeworth. At least Edgeworth was ready to help him get back on his feet when he was ready. Poker is all about reading your opponent. I just need to read... I need to play this trilogy so that I can read Ace Attorney fanfiction without any guilt now. Like, I want to know everything. So that when I go in to read stuff, I can, like, be free. Not worried about seeing spoilers about the rest of the cast. Like, I don't know who Simon Blackwell is, but everybody loves him. I want to know who he is. Who is he? I want to know more about Athena. She seems cool. In that way, it's a lot like a court case. And there's that, like, one white-haired bitch with the little, like, he looks like a mystic, but he's, like, white-haired or whatever. People seem to have opinions about him. I don't know who he is. But I wanna know without spoilers. Poker is like, trial law! Figure out what your opponent is thinking, and you win. Well, yeah, but that's harder than it sounds. I think not. Tries they might to conceal it, everyone reveals their true thoughts in the end. Their body language can become a valuable source of information. Damn, Phoenix. He's a confident ex-lawyer at this point in time. Kinda hot, Phoenix. Good job. Good job, Phoenix. Good job! That witness, for instance, Miss Orley. She would touch the back of her neck during certain parts of her testimony. Did you notice? No. Come on, who noticed that? Words, habits, twitches, it's all information for the reading. That's the secret to winning, Apollo. Someone taught me, and now I pass the secret on to you. Ooh, Mia Fey! Mia! But I'm not worthy. I mean, there's no way I'll pick up on these signals. No, you can do it. Huh? You just don't know it yet. What's he talking about? But you will. Soon. Almost forgot. One more thing. About this case. You should know I haven't told the truth to anyone yet. What? I knew it. I have my reasons, of course. All shall be revealed. And Apollo, I need you to be there defending me. I need your power. My, power? I had no idea my cords of steel were that special. It's time. The real trial begins now. Do your best. Save your current progress? Why, yes, I will. I will save my current progress. Continue on to the next chapter. Yes. April 20th, 12:14 p.m. District Court. Courtroom number 2. Court will now reconvene. I always think it's funny that it shows them on the right side of the room and Payne on the left side of the room. But whenever we go back and forth, I feel like we see Payne on the right side of the room while we're on the left side because of the way the camera angle pans. Perhaps we can hear her version of the events again? But that's the thing, you see, she's quite fatigued. You're looking a bit fatigued yourself, Mr. Payne. Sadly, fatigue is insufficient grounds for refusing to testify, or prosecute. The defense would like to request that Miss Orley take the stand. Very well. The witness will take the stand. Perhaps you could repeat your name and profession. You'd rather admit that you're a poor liar and a poor loser. Yeah. Not. Oh, shit. Team Aqua? Name's Olga Orley. That's the truth. I'm a pro dealer. Ah, the court reporter. People call me Olga Quick Fingers Orley. Oh. Oh, she's the baddie. She's the Team Aqua member with her little bandana like that. Oh, really? Want to know something else? I'm not really Russian, and my last name sounds like, oh, really? Olga O'Reilly. Nothing is straight about that name. There, that's the truth. I hope you're satisfied. Oh, shit, she's wearing pants, too. She's hot. She's hot! Witness, you will tell me what the name Quick Fingers means. Just kidding. Witness, you will tell me how gay you are. Witness, you will take me out on a date. Fine, I'll talk. We had a plan, see? Let me remind you that you are currently under oath. Any further fabrications will have serious consequences. Fine. Women with pants! Like I said, I'm a pro. My guy, Smith, hired me to do what I do best. I was planted at the Borscht Bowl Club several days prior to the night of the game. As a waitress. So you were in cahoots with the victim. Not that he needed my help. Smith was a well-known poker player in some circles. Winning wasn't the main purpose of this game. It was about destroying a legend. The unbeatable Phoenix Wright. The plan was simple. Elegant, really. You see, we set up a trap of sorts. I was to plant a card in Wright's pocket beforehand, and then deal 5 aces during one of their games. When their hands were revealed, Smith would call him out and search Wright. He would then pull out the planted card and the trap would snap shut. You swap the cards. Exposed as a cheater and losing on top of it, it would have made a great double play. Just like that, the legend would be dashed to pieces. Indeed. Getting caught red-handed at cheating would cast doubt on all his prior wins. A 7-year legend destroyed by one little card. That was the plan. A smart lady, too. Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, really? How droll. But it appears you made quite the mistake. A mistake? I agree, the trap was elegant. Oh, really? Yeah, what happened to that planted card? Hey, that's right. He's lucky, I'll give him that. You'd have to be to slip free from a trap laid by Olga Quick Fingers, oh really? Oh, really? The witness would be much cuter if she dispensed with the evil mastermind shtick. Damn, that's crazy. Cute? Who wants to be cute? Yeah, she's a baddie. She's hot. I'm not cute. I'm bad. You hear me? Bad. Damn, she's a baddie for real. When you're through being bad, perhaps you could testify to the court. Tell us about this trap and how it was sprung. You activated my trap card. Now, with all 5 pieces of Exodia on the board. Just kidding. That night, I planted the card like I was supposed to. And Wright lost the last hand, just like he was supposed to. Then Smith searched him. But the planted card was gone. The trap failed. The next moment, Wright picked up a bottle and swung it. It wasn't me who hit Smith. It was that no-good, cheating defendant. Damn. A surprisingly frank testimony still leaves us mostly in the dark. The trap was perfect, I tell you. Perfect, if that rotten cheater hadn't messed it up. Look who's talking. Well, the testimony, for what it's worth, is all yours, Mr. Justice. The witnesses like her, who needs criminals? The defendants like Mr. Wright, who needs prosecutors? Apollo's already done. It's his first day in the courtroom, and he's like, I'm already done with this shit. The 5 of Hearts. Interesting. Oh, there's a heart on the floor right there. Interesting. Want me never to go there. Of course, the card was to make its grand debut during the game. A good borscht, a good plot must be cooked up early and allowed to thicken. And Wright lost the last hand like he was supposed to. I would be forever known as a cheat and a fraud. There are worse things to be known as, I suppose, like a murderer. Murderer would be worse than being a cheat and a fraud. The trap failed. The card disappeared. My trump card, the 5 of Hearts. Gone without a trace. Poof! Zippo! Even inside his cute little hat. But the card was nowhere to be found, is this correct? Never in my long, storied career. Never has quick fingers orally Oh, really? Been so readily duped. What happened to that 5 of hearts? Don't look at me. Why don't you ask that cheating, lying, two-faced defendant? Picked up a bottle and swung it. Wait, isn't that a little odd? What's odd? You searched Mr. Wright thoroughly and found nothing? Which means he didn't cheat, which means he had no reason to strike the victim? Well... Oh! A tell. You sensed something. Something wrong, Mr. Justice? Is it the mechanic? No, nothing, Your Honor. Press harder. So really, you're hiding something. What are you talking about? Me? Quick fingers are really hiding something. Hide something. The defense will refrain from baseless accusations. I have one question for the witness then. Is this true? Of course it's true. She's going for her neck. I did see it. Honest, I saw it when Ray hit him. In my own eyes, I saw it. It's this weird vibe I'm getting. That witness, for instance, Miss O'Reilly, she touched the back of her neck during certain parts of her testimony. Did you notice? Now we do. Touching her neck, was it? The tell. Oh shit, what's happening? Whoa. Whoa, what's going on? Yeah, what's going on, Apollo? The sensation. It's coming in a focus. There, that twitch, it's so clear. The vine boom when it goes negative. I could perceive her habit like I couldn't before.
Gotcha!
Gotcha! Perceive, that's a new mechanic. Miss O'Reilly, perhaps you were unaware of this yourself. Unaware of what? Whenever you get to a certain part of your testimony, you touch the back of your neck with your left hand. My neck? So what? What indeed, Justice? I hadn't noticed anything of the sort. That part of the testimony, she's subconsciously recalling something. Her body reacts to the memory and she touches her neck. Sure of it. A memory? Someone explain what he's babbling on about. It's highly unusual, but that's the defense. You claim the witness is remembering something. Yeah. He's perceiving something. Evidence of this memory to show us? Her habit is scratching her neck whenever she talks about the moment of the crime. What would remind her most of the moment of the crime? You scratch your neck. Happens when you think about the moment of the crime. The juice bottle?
Take that!
Moment of the crime, she touches her neck. The murder weapon. But something doesn't fit. You're only the witness of the crime. Why would that make you touch your neck like you're in pain? It wasn't Mr. Smith, the victim, who was hit. Not you. This is a cross-examination, not a cross-wild conjecture. The witness's habits are clearly irrelevant. Justice, I'll admit, I'm a bit confused myself. It's a unique cross-examination. Just trust me. That's our only chance to break her. Please testify any detail about the moment of the crime. Oh, okay. Objection! Yet! It's time! Hey, you can't convert back! She put her clothes back on! She must be guilty! Of something. Cheating, maybe? Oh, no! Will the witness please testify? Now! Oh shit, she's hot! Okay. Back to normal. I don't know how much longer I can do that voice for. It's a good voice, though. It's fun. Oh, buddy. 98 more times. I should make it last a little longer for that many points.
Okay, so he's the one who did it. I didn't let him out of my sight until the cops got there.
Hold it!
Alright, picked up a bottle. You're hiding something in the habit of yours proves it. Ludicrous. I'm not hiding anything. Ah! It's no use trying to hide it. I can see right through you. He's the one who did it. I didn't let him out of my sight until the cops got there.
I had no idea I had a toad in me. I'm very surprised that I have a toad impression in me. You seem uneasy. You try standing up here. It must be getting warm. Oh, definitely. Oh, well, he must have been stunned by the weight of his crime. He sat in a daze at that table until the cops came. Intriguing. I believe you've gotten all the testimony you're gonna get out of this witness. Is a Froggy 2 VTuber surprised about Hidden Toad? Her testimony is super flawed. There's no way it's not flawed. The question is... Sorry, bringing some water. I'm gonna say it's flawed. It contradicts the evidence. Because Phoenix did not sit there in a daze. Phoenix went to go call somebody. She didn't let him out of her sight until the cops got there. Right here. He only has 5. He can only make 4 mistakes. That's crazy.
Take that!
Miss O'Reilly, you have a record here that clearly contradicts what you said. It states the police were alerted by a report from the defendant. We know that the defendant left the room, climbed the stairs, and made that phone call from the first floor of the Borscht Bowl Club. So explain how you kept your eyes on the defendant when he left the room entirely. Damn. That borscht be flying. The man who picked up a bottle and swung it that night wasn't the defendant. Oh shit, she admits it? What is she gonna say then? Showdown time. You dirty cheat. Check his pockets now. It's gone. The card's gone. You lose. Just then, Smith grabbed the bottle from next to right. And he hit me. Oh shit. You submaster of cheating you turned out to be. Oh shit. When I came to, the victim was already dead. Is that it? That's why I couldn't reveal who I really was. If I came out that I was in league with Smith, I'd be a suspect for sure. Well, where does this leave us? She's a suspect for sure. Man, this is madness. I'm dreaming. It must have been me who was hit with a bottle, and I'm imagining all of this. It appears our prosecution is what's said, and frankly, I can't blame him. Mr. Gavin, what do you think about all this turn of events? Mr. Gavin, sir? As the defense in this case, we are compelled to call Miss O'Reilly a big fat liar. What? So you were in the room the night of the murder, the defendant, victim, and her. She has a motive. Her pot boiled, the witness got an argument by Mr. Smith. The denouement of the argument was murder. I'm no killer. It's a trap. Someone's trying to frame me. What tangled webs we weave when we practice to deceive. So tangled we catch ourselves in the process. Mr. Wright? It's a hasty conclusion. It's not like you, Christoph, Gavin. What are you saying? Why not consider the other possibility? That there was another person in the room at the time of the murder. Right, like Mr. Wright was saying before recess, a fourth person. A single card was swapped in the victim's hand after the murder. And the one who swapped the card didn't know 2 colors of cards are being used. A fourth person. Your fourth person doesn't exist, indeed. That's why I decided to bring this case to court. Here. Where there's no escape and no chance for deception. The perfect place to catch the real criminal. The real criminal. And we're in luck, a clue to the real criminal's identity was kindly provided for us. And right at the beginning of the trial, no less. Oh? What? Perhaps you know what I'm talking about. Sorry. Remember what I said? The fourth person who swapped the cards made one critical error. Considering the color on the backs of the cards. How could such an obvious mistake occur? The cards used for the last game were red, yet there is one person here in our court who thought those cards were blue. I had a question too, but why? Then you can figure out who it was? Who thought the cards were blue? Who is this fourth person? As I expected. Your eyes and ears are as sharp as your hair. It was right. Christoph Gavin did say that the cards are blue. You were the fourth person that night. But, of course Mr. Gavin knows the color of the cards. How would he? As you can see, the photograph of the crime is seen as black and white. You can't tell which of the cards are blue, the ones on the floor or the table. But look! You can see the colors in this photo. He asked someone, he said the cards are blue. That was well before this evidence came to light. A competition, Your Honor. Only the cards, their backs wreathed in blue flame. Know the final outcome. Ah, you did say that. You did say that earlier. Well, Christoph? Mr. Gavin? Mr. Gavin, is something the matter? No, nothing. Excuse me, it was just so sudden, right? You weren't seriously accusing me, are you? Oh, Christoph? You know, even I'd never take a joke this far. Damn! Some beef! This has gone beyond ridiculous, beyond dumb. This is insanity! The defendant accusing his own defense attorney of murder? I assure you, I'm quite sane. But what possible connection could Mr. Gavin have to the victim? I wasn't aware that I had a connection to Mr. Smith either. But Mr. Gavin and the victim had never met. Well, what if they have? There is a possibility. They may have met that night before the game started. Is this the truth Mr. Wright was staying silent about? Well, only one thing to do. Mr. Wright, the defense would like to request that you testify to the court. Sorry, for a moment I got really sleepy. The defense would like to request no such thing. Mr. Gavin, testimonies must relate to the case. How could anything happen before the game of poker be related? I might need to save somewhere here and then go to bed, honestly. Not that late, but I honestly did not get much sleep last night because I was full of anxiety because of work stuff. That kept me up, so I've been pretty sleepy today. He's the defense, not you. My cat's a cozy, I want to pet him. The matter of Mr. Wright's testimony is up to you. Okay, well, does the court, in your opinion, need to hear Mr. Wright's testimony? We're gonna end on a cliffhanger. Before we go, let's go rate somebody. Give someone a good night, rate them, wish them well, and then go to sleep. Let's see. Let's see. Life is Strange Double Exposure. Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy. Oh, man. Let's see. Who should be busting down the doors? Let's go. Clary Sue. This looks interesting. A mentee? It looks interesting. Let's go see this. All right. Little raid. Little raid. Have a good night, everybody. I'm really eepy, really sleepy. But I will stream on Thursday for sure. So have a good night, and I'll see you around. Bye-bye.